Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commenttary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! Good afternoon and welcome along to the Commenttary Hub's coverage of this Premier League encounter. Premier League Live as Fulham take on Manchester United in the Premier League today. Both teams looking for their first win of the new season in game week number 2. United were beat last week by Arsenal by a goal to nil, and also followed up their win against Manchester United with a 5-0 win over Leeds United yesterday. Fulham drew last time out with Brighton, and they're looking to go off to a winning start at Craven Cottage this afternoon. Kickoff is very much fast approaching, around about 5 minutes away from kickoff. Let's bring you the early team news for this game and any changes to the side with your match commentator, Paul James.
Thank you, Ross. Yes, Fulham started off with a 1-1 draw away at Brighton. Pretty good result under the circumstances, but Marco Silva still decided to make 3 changes today. Timothy Castagna, Ryan Sessegnon and Rodrigo Muniz are all in, and Jorge Quensa, Harry Wilson and Raul Jimenez are the 3 that miss out. For Manchester United, the temptation to start Benjamin Sesko is still being denied by Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim, who pretty much keeps the same side that lost 1-0 to Arsenal. The only change, in fact, is Amad Diallo comes in for Diogo Dalot. Slight switch in the formation. Mason Mount drops back into the attacking midfield role with Matheus Cunha up front in the number 9 role. Brighton and Hove Albion, Fulham versus Manchester United. Kickoff is in about 5 minutes' time. Thanks, Ross.
Thank you very much there, Paul James, and we'll be back with Paul very, very shortly for the game, which is about to go into a very, very short. The teams are in the tunnel. Rodrigo Muniz there just hugging Matheus Cunha there, who is starting in the attacking formation today for Manchester United. They'll be looking to get their first 3 points of the new campaign after ending match week, first few games of week 2 in the bottom 3, so they know with victory they could climb out of the bottom 3. The teams are getting ready to come out of the tunnel at Craven Cottage, and there's just one final thing for me to do is just to ask Paul one question. And Paul, that question from me to you is, who do you think is going to come out on top in this game? Will it be Fulham or will Manchester United prevail this afternoon at Craven Cottage?
Well, that depends on what Manchester United team shows up. If it is the Manchester United team of last week, they're going to run out comfortable winners. If it is the Manchester United team of last season, Fulham have a really good chance here. I think it's very difficult to call, but I think Manchester United might just nip it.
Thank you very much there, Paul. As the team's going to emerge from the tunnel at Craven Cottage, then time for me to hand over to your match commentator, Paul James.
Thank you, Russ. Good afternoon, everybody, from a packed Craven Cottage. Full to the rafters here on the Thames, and Fulham are looking for their first win of the season in front of their home fans. Marco Silva, as mentioned earlier, making the 3 changes. He lines his team up like this, with Bert Leno in goal. He's also the captain today. The back 4 is Timothy Castagna, Calvin Bassey, Joachim Andersen and Kenny Tete. The 2 holding in midfielders are Sander Berg and Sasa Lukic, with Alex Iwobi, Josh King, Ryan Sessegnon operating behind the lone frontman of Rodrigo Muniz. For Manchester United, still resisting the start of Benjamin Sesko. He's on the bench today. Manchester United keep faith in Altay Bayindir, despite Onana back available. The back three is Luke Shaw, Matthias de Ligt and Lenny Yoro, with the wing backs of Patrick Dorgu and Amad Diallo. The two midfielders are Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, with Mason Mount and Brian Mbeumo behind Mateus Cunha. The substitutes today for both sides, starting with Fulham. They have a backup goalkeeper, Benjamin Lecomte, Tom Kearney, Jorge Raul Jimenez, Harrison Reed, Anthony Robinson, Emil Smith-Rowe, Adama Traore and Harry Wilson. For Manchester United, that bench is pretty much unchanged from the Arsenal game, with the obvious exception of Diogo Dalot, Andre Onana, the backup goalkeeper, Diogo Dalot, Tyler Fredrickson, Aidan Heaven, Harry Maguire, Kobe Mainoo, Manuel Ugarte, Benjamin Sesko, of course, and Joshua Zirkzee. Our referee today is Chris Kavanagh, and he's from Ashton-under-Lyne in Greater Manchester. His assistants are Dan Cook and Neil Davis. Rob Jones is on fourth official duty, and Darren England and Akil Halson are in Stockley Park if we need them. And after this weekend so far, I hope we don't. The two teams have met each other 94 times, in fact. This is the 95th meeting between the two sides. Manchester United dominating by quite some considerable distance. Fulham have only 16 victories in those 94 games, with Manchester United winning 58 and 20 draws. The first meeting between the two sides goes way back to 1905, 120 years ago, in the FA Cup, when it finished on the 14th of January 2-2, 0-0 in the replay, and finally in the second replay, Fulham won 1-0. Other interesting facts from 1909 is a large group of workers petitioned the Tsar of Russia outside the palace before being fired on by troops in the area, and it was known as Bloody Sunday. So the goalkeeper Altay Bayindir is readying himself. Manchester United in the red shirts, black shorts and black socks. Fulham in all white today. White shorts, white shirts and white socks. And Manchester United will be attacking the goal to our left as we are ready to get this game underway here. And we'll give you some transfer updates for Manchester United as we get into this game. They are interested in a new goalkeeper, and I'm going to go into that in just a few moments. Fulham about to get us underway, though. Standing over the ball there is Sasa Lukic, and we're just waiting for Chris Kavanagh's whistle, and we are underway here. And Fulham attacking now, goes straight on the attack. The ball is launched down onto the far side to Jimenez. It's picked up by Iwobi on the left-hand side. Iwobi gets the cross in, but it's not one of his best efforts and goes behind the Manchester United goal. So the goalkeeper that Manchester United are interested in, Sene Lamens from Royal Antwerp. They are in talks with this goalkeeper to bring him to Old Trafford, advanced talks. And also today it might be of interest that Sene Lamens was left out of Royal Antwerp's 2-1 victory over Mechelen earlier on today. Dorgu plays the ball forward. He was looking for Bruno Fernandes, but he's been dispossessed. And early on, the tackles are flying in as Matthias de Ligt just clears the ball into the Fulham half, and it's headed back to the goalkeeper there by Joachim Andersen. Andersen gets the ball inside his own penalty area. And is just at a walking pace right now. He's finally approached by Mason Mount. And the ball is given away by Sander Berg, and it's picked up there by Bruno Fernandes. That's a really good ball to Cunha! It's just over the crossbar, and Manchester United starting early, getting an early effort on goal. A warning for Fulham there The ball was given away by Sanderberg, and it was a pass to Cunha. He was about 30 yards out, struck that shot just over the crossbar. And Manchester United already starting off very strongly here on this Sunday afternoon. Ball headed down by Luke Shaw from the goal kick. It's picked up by Yoro. Yoro breaking down Dorgu breaking down the left-hand side. It's laid off again to Cunha. Cunha! Oh, he hits a post this time! And it breaks back loose to Diallo with a shot. And it's blocked. And finally, Iwobi brings the ball under control and to try to get it away. But Fulham has survived 2 scares this time. And now here's a chance for Mbeumo. He goes into the penalty area, but he loses control and it goes through to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno. But this time, Mateus Cunha even closer, hitting the post. Ball across from Diallo, laid off by Mason Mount. And Mateus Cunha already looking a real nuisance in this Fulham defence. And he hits the foot of the post, beating Bert Leno. All ends up. And still Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. Bruno Fernandes has the ball now. Drops the ball back to the goalkeeper, Bayinda. We have got off to a flying start here at Craven Cottage. Manchester United already could have been a goal up and have really set their stall out looking for victory today. Iwobi gives the ball to Lukic. Lukic, smart turn by Lukic, but goes down under the challenge of Bruno Fernandes. The referee says play on. Mason Mount now with a ball. Drop back to Casemiro, who gives it to Luke Shaw. Across to Lenny Yoro. Yoro plays the ball forward. Nicely off by Mason Mount to Bruno Fernandes. He goes back to Yoro. We've had 3.5 minutes gone here. It's Fulham 0, Manchester United 0, as the ball is headed out of play, that time by Timothy Castagna, and it's going to be a throw into Manchester United. It's taken quickly, and this game is being played at 100 miles per hour. It's back with Mateus de Ligt, who launches the ball forward. Chasing this one is Dorgu. He's completely unmarked. He tried to get the ball across to Mbeumo, but he only manages to find the side netting, and it's a goal kick. Disappointing ball in by Dorgu, and he may well have been offside. Well, actually, he was probably being played on by Tete on the far side, and Dorgu got the cross in, but it was a disappointing cross. That's a goal kick for Fulham, and you can see there Ruben Amorim has certainly got Manchester United playing. They played extremely well against Arsenal last week and was very unlucky to come away with the defeat, and today they've started very, very well against Fulham. The ball is back now with Bert Leno. It's released to Anderson. Fulham desperate to slow the game down a little bit, take the sting out of the game. The ball is played across there to Tete, and now to Iwobi. Back to Tete. Back to the goalkeeper. And it's Tete again. Once again back to the goalkeeper. And long ball across to the right-hand side. And here is Joachim Andersen. Picked up in the middle of the park. Back to Kenny Tete. And here's Sanderberg. Drop back to Andersen again. Cross there is Calvin Bassey, but he decides to go to Joachim Andersen. Finally, he does go to Calvin Bassey with Brian Mbeumo closing in. It's Bassey again. 70-30% for possession for Manchester United. The ball is played forward, chesting that ball down under pressure there is Rodrigo Muniz, and the referee says play on, and here's Amad Diallo. It looked like Luke Shaw went into the back of Rodrigo Muniz there, but nothing doing, says the referee. Here's Mateus de Ligt. He gives the ball there to Yoro. The ball is played forward to Mbeumo. Mbeumo knocks the ball back to Yoro, who goes back to his goalkeeper, Altai Bayinda. Calvin Bassey is now down, clutching his face. He looks in some discomfort, the Nigerian. The referee just goes over to investigate. We'll just see what happened here. Oh dear. Looks like he caught maybe a finger in the eye. Looks like it's that. We played 7 minutes gone. Some of the scores from earlier on today. Everton got their first home victory with a 2-0 win over Brighton. And Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace shared a point at Selhurst Park. Still no update on the chaos that's surrounding Nottingham Forest, surrounding the manager there, Nuno Espirito Santo. An explosive pre-match interview, which seemed to indicate that the relationship with Evangelos Marinakis was not quite the same as last season. It's created a spark and some controversy. It looks like Marinakis is not going to fire Nuno. I don't think that would be a good idea from Forest's perspective at all. You're not missing anything. We're still delayed. Finally, now the game is back underway. And here's Lenny Yoro. Yoro holds the ball up just inside his own half of the field. Gives the ball to Casemiro. He's played the ball forward, but Mbeumo or Diallo are not going to reach that. And Bert Leno just allows that ball to go off the field as Calvin Bassey is waiting to get back on to get the confirmation from Chris Kavanagh. Calvin Bassey steps back on. And Marco Silva looking for his first victory. And after the 1-1 draw against Brighton at the Amex last week, it looks like Marco Silva has made a few changes from that. The ball is launched downfield now by Bert Leno, but it bounces out of play and it's going to be a throw-in to Manchester United. We've had 9 minutes gone here. After that explosive start from Manchester United, it just seems to have settled down a little bit now as Patrick Dorgu has got the throw-in just inside his own half of the field, but he's stealing about 10 or 15 yards there. And that's won by Casemiro, who launches the ball over to Amad Diallo. Diallo to Brian Mbeumo, so dangerous down that right-hand side. Mbeumo to Diallo, good challenge that time. And that's a really good challenge by Ryan Sessegnon, and manages to win the goal kick as well as a consequence. And that closed down Brian Mbeumo at that point, as the ball is played forward here to the number 24, Josh King. Manchester United win the ball back, though. It's a dangerous position. Here's Fernandes with a shot. Oh, it's spilled by Leno, and it's cleared up by Timothy Castagna. Well, it was an effort by Bruno Fernandes, but it wasn't enormous, and it was spilled by the German goalkeeper there, but Timothy Castagna cleared up. And there's Sasa Lukic is fouled this time. Chris Kavanagh has given a free kick, which is midway inside the Fulham half of the field. And you can see here the effort by Bruno Fernandes. It was about 25 yards out. It bounced in front of Leno, which perhaps made it a bit more difficult for him. Here's Calvin Bassey. Tries to skip away past Casemiro, and Casemiro is alleged to have fouled him. And it's a free kick for Fulham just inside the Manchester United half down the left-hand side. Only about 1 yard in from the touchline. It's taken quickly and dropped back there to Joachim Andersen. Across to Bassey. And it's picked up by Iwobi here now. Alex Iwobi holds the ball up, trying to step away from Brian Mbeumo. Drops the ball back to Sander Berg for Fulham. Back to Iwobi. Iwobi back to Berg. Good ball across by Sander Berg, and it's picked up by Timothy Castagna in an advanced position. Here's Kenny Tete. Tete drops the ball back to Joachim Andersen, who in fact goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, being chased down by Mateus Cunha. Ball knocked on by Josh King. It's now with Kenny Tete. We've played 12 minutes almost. It's It's Manchester United who are tied up away at Fulham right now. It's 0-0. And if you just joined us, you missed Mateus Cunha hitting the post. And Mateus Cunha's had a couple of chances. The ball is long now by Joachim Andersen. Chasing this one is Timothy Castagna, but it's going to roll out of play. Outside of that, we haven't seen much from Fulham in this first 12 minutes of this game. Throw in to Manchester United. Taken by Dorgu. He gets the ball back, but Dorgu is dispossessed and Castagna now has the ball. Let's see what Fulham can create now. Here's Sanderberg. Over on the far side to King. Ball played forward. Chasing this one now. Oh, that's a good, well played by Bayinda. The ball was played back to Josh King and he got through one-on-one and outraced Altay Bayinda. Just got his foot ahead of Josh King to put that ball out of play. That's really smart goalkeeping that time. And here's Alex Iwobi. Iwobi swings the ball into the box. Chasing this one is Muniz. But Altay Bayinda just allows that to fall into his arms and he falls onto the floor. And now it might have been, yes, he was onside. It was a really good through ball by Iwobi. But Josh King really didn't get a chance to really place it under or away from the goalkeeper. That was really good work by Altay Bayinda. And he has the ball now at his feet. Slowly just taking it outside the penalty area. Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. It's long downfield, looking for Mateus Cunha. Oh, he brought that down brilliantly, did Cunha! Oh, what a save! What a save from Bert Leno. That is fantastic. That was a super long ball to Cunha. He brought it down so brilliantly. It was Bayinda's long ball over the top of the Fulham defence. Brought down brilliantly by Cunha. And the shot, it looked all for going in the net, but a flying save to his left-hand side by Bert Leno. And it's a corner now to Manchester United. And it's taken on the right-hand side by Brian Mbuemo. He's going to swing this one in. Not the best corner. It's headed out by Anderson, but it's back to Mbuemo. They're appealing offside, and the official's flag on the far side is raised. And it's with 14 minutes gone. Cunha could have had a hat-trick. This time a long ball over the top. And it's not like Cunha really did anything wrong. He brought the ball down absolutely fantastic. The first touch is fantastic here. Then strikes it with his left foot. But it really is a super save by Bert Leno. And the ball is picked up now by Cunha. It's dropped back there to Bruno Fernandes, who from inside the Fulham half goes all the way back to the goalkeeper Altay Bayinda. Yoro plays the ball across to Diallo. Diallo has given the ball away, and now Fulham have an opportunity. Can he get the cross in? Ryan Sessegnon. Oh, that's a really good challenge by Amad Diallo after losing that ball, chasing it all the way back to put the ball behind for a corner. And that's the type of commitment that Manchester United fans are looking for. He gave the ball away there, though, but boy, did he chase back to make sure he won that ball back. Now, he has conceded a corner, but that is good work by Amad Diallo. Corner on the left-hand side, and it's going to be taken by the number 20 for Fulham, Sasa Lukic. Going to swing this one in. I suppose they're all going to put Bayinda under pressure. They do. It's flicked on by Castagna. Comes out to the edge of the area to Iwobi with a shot. And getting down well and making that save is Altay Bayinda. He may have seen that a little late as well. Good save by the goalkeeper. But definitely here, Iwobi did not get his what he wanted behind that. But it's still a very good save from the goalkeeper. May have seen it late. It's another corner to Fulham, as this one is going to be swung in again, no doubt under the crossbar of Altay Bayinda. It is. The goalkeeper comes up for it and he doesn't get there. And Kenny Tete's header is diverted wide. Well, let's take a look at this. Goalkeeper comes for it again. He's all over the place, but it's headed wide, in fact, by Calvin Bassey, who gets the final touch. And it's a goal kick for Manchester United. And we've had 17 minutes gone here. Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. And Altay Bayindir is going to launch the ball downfield. Right-footed. And up in the air trying to win that one is Dorgu. He gets a flick on. Chasing this one is Mason Mount. Tete allows the ball to roll out of play for a throw-in. On the bench there is Andre Onana having a chat with Harry Maguire. And the throw-in is going to be taken by Kenny Tete down that right-hand side, level with his own penalty area. The ball is headed back towards the penalty area. Tete gets the header out of play, and it's a throw-in for Manchester United, midway inside the Fulham half of the field. I want to thank you for joining us here on the Commentary Hub. Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. And here's Dorgu. Dorgu drops the ball back to Luke Shaw. Shaw across to Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt back to Yoro, and De Ligt again midway inside his own half of the field. Here's Luke Shaw. Mason Mount. Back to Shaw again. Tries to play the ball forward, but he only manages to play it off Josh King. And he goes straight back to the goalkeeper Bayindir, who just lifts the ball forward, but only out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in to Fulham, which is midway inside the Manchester United half of the field, down the right-hand side. And from that throw-in, it's thrown back to Anderson. Anderson goes back to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno. And Kenny Tete lifts the ball forward, brought down really well by Josh King. And here's Castagna. Oh, what a fine challenge there by Luke Shaw. Getting across, making that challenge, but that throw-in's taken quickly. It's Castagna trying to get the cross in, but it's blocked by Matthijs de Ligt. And it's a corner to Manchester United, corner to Fulham. With 19 minutes gone, it's a third corner for the Cottagers. And the big men are coming up. Sander Berg, Joachim Andersen is in there, Muniz is in there, and it looks like this one might be an outswinger, perhaps to Bayindir's relief. So it's not swung right under his crossbar. It's going to be outswung, and it's always a good win there, and it's played into the box again, and it's just bouncing around there. It's finally hooked away by Casemiro. Now Brian Mbeumo's trying to bring the ball under control. Kenny Tete heads it back on to Castagna. Castagna, good ball back to Tete, but it's won back by Manchester United. Here is Mason Mount. Mount into the midfield to Dorgu, and the referee has blown up for a challenge on Bruno Fernandes. And it's just a late one there. He's down for a little while. And the free kick is taken long, looking for Brian Mbeumo, but it goes straight through to the goalkeeper, Bert Leno. And now here is Josh King for Fulham. Josh King takes the ball down the left-hand side. He's got Ryan Sessegnon up there with him. He drops the ball back to Bassey. And now Anderson plays the ball forward to Muniz. Muniz, the ball back to Anderson. Oh, it's a long ball over the top and finds Ryan Sessegnon. He's got Ahmed and Yoro in front of him. Drop back to Iwobi. Iwobi swings across in, and it's plucked out of the air by Altay Bayindir. And he confidently releases that ball to Casemiro. Casemiro drops it back to Patrick Dorgu. 20 minutes gone here. It's Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. And really the game, in terms of the entertainment, has slowly died off as this first half has gone on. Here's Luke Shaw. Back to Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt midway inside his own half of the field. He gives the ball there to Yoro, to Dalot. And back to Yoro. Yoro goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, with both sides really opting to play out from the back. And the breakdown within the moves are causing very few chances to be created by either side, to be honest. Here's Luke Shaw. Plays the ball forward to Mason Mount. Oh, nicely taken down that time by Casemiro. He's pulled down, and it's a free kick. It's actually Cunha that time that's pulled down, and he's complaining to the referee. Free kick has been awarded. I don't think it needs any more than that. And here's Lenny Yoro. Good ball to Amad Diallo down the right-hand side. Picked up by Mbeumo. Mbeumo trying to get away from Bassi. He backheels the ball, but he backheels it out of play, and it's a throw-in for Fulham. Level with their own penalty area down that left-hand side. And it's going to be taken by Ryan Sessegnon. Thrown to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi just hooks the ball up into the air. Dorgu winning that header comfortably, heading it towards Mbeumo. Mbeumo just able to bring the ball down, but Calvin Bassi nips in and wins the ball back. Well played by him, and he puts the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw into Manchester United, level with the Fulham penalty area down the left-hand side. We've had 23 minutes gone at Craven Cottage. Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. My name's Paul James, bringing you live coverage, off-tube audio coverage of Fulham versus Manchester United in this Premier League game on this Sunday afternoon. Here's Luke Shaw. Back to Casemiro. Casemiro drops the ball back there to De Ligt. De Ligt to Luke Shaw. Shaw holds the ball up. And he gives the ball back to Matthijs De Ligt. And at the moment, Fulham happy to have Manchester United keep possession and sort of invite the pressure, if you will. It's always a dangerous play that to do. And it just goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Altay Bayindir. And he's going to clear that ball downfield. And earlier on today, Brighton lost 2-0 at Everton, and also Nottingham Forest got a point at Crystal Palace amid all the confusion going on around there right now. Ball is seem to have just lost my pictures for a moment, so bear with me. Here we go. And got my pictures back now. You haven't missed anything. It's Dorgu with the header. And picked up by Timothy Castagna. Castagna plays the ball forward to Lukic. Lukic across there to Josh King. Josh King strikes it. It's blocked by Casemiro. And now picked up by Joachim Andersen, who goes back to the goalkeeper. And he releases it, Bert Leno to Joachim Andersen again. Fulham at the moment looking like they're just happy to keep possession. Sends the ball forward to Castagna. Castagna, first time cross in. Oh, and it's a cross to Iwobi. In the end, Muniz unable to control it. The ball played across by Sessegnon, and a really good block by Lenny Yoro, who then clears the ball away. Here's Brian Mbeumo. He's fouled from behind by Calvin Bassi. And it's going to be a free kick for Manchester United just inside their own half of the field. So with 25 minutes gone, it is still 0-0 here. And next Sunday on the Commenttary Hub, we have Liverpool versus Arsenal available. We may also be having a debutant on the channel as a co-commentator. We'll leave that as a surprise for you. And there is winning the ball. There is Joachim Andersen. Just gives the ball to Sander Berg. Berg plays the ball. Oh, it's a poor ball. He was looking for Josh King, but he sent it straight there to Matthijs De Ligt. And now the ball is across to Diallo. Diallo. And picked up by Matthijs De Ligt. Gives the ball to Luke Shaw. Oh, it's nicely held up by Cunha. And Bruno Fernandes. Across to Yoro. And Diallo goes down under pressure there from Sessegnon. The referee determined that was a foul, and the free kick has been taken quickly. And it's dropped back here to Matthijs de Ligt. De Ligt holds the ball up. And the ball is played forward to Diallo, then back to Casemiro. Casemiro plays the ball forward, looking for Mbeumo. Calvin Bassey dealing with that very, very well. Gets the ball back to the goalkeeper, Leno, who clears it downfield. The header is won by Bruno Fernandes, and finally knocked on there by Sasa Lukic, but only to a Manchester United player. And here's Ahmed Diallo again to Bruno Fernandes. Long ball over on the far side, looking for Dorgu, but it's way over the head of the Danish international and goes out of play for a throw-in. Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. And at the moment, it's not looking like either side is going to score at the moment. A couple of early chances, well, I say 3 early chances that fell for Cunha are the 3 chances that we've had in this first half so far. Here's De Ligt. And it's back with Diallo. Diallo holds the ball up. Fernandes. Lenny Yoro, just inside the Fulham half of the field, who drops it back. And it's picked up by Luke Shaw. We've had 28 minutes gone in this game. And here is Patrick Dorgu. Oh, he's dispossessed well that time by Josh King. Here's Tete. Chasing this one forward is Sander Berg. The ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to Fulham. And Kenny Tete is going to take it. Lukic making his way forward. Gives the ball to Lukic. It's chested down well here. And Berg just keeping possession. Back to Tete. And all the way back to Joachim Andersen, as Fulham at the moment just keeping possession. And it's game management, it seems to be, from Fulham at the moment. Here's Lukic. Back to Tete. Picked up by Castagna, but the ball is won back by Mason Mount, and then Dorgu sneaks in ahead of Lukic, but Lukic is alleged to have fouled him, and it's going to be a free kick to Fulham. To Manchester United. And we are at half-time. Ross will give you the scores from the weekend's play. There's some interesting results at the weekend. And Russ will go through all those scores with you at half-time. It's back with the goalkeeper here, Altay Bayindir. He launches it long downfield. It's brought down by Tete, but only straight to Mason Mount, and he tried to set Mbeumo off on his way. But Calvin Bassey, watching him like a hawk, wins that ball back. The ball is cleared forward. The header won by Matthijs de Ligt. And Mason Mount just trying to get ahead of Tete here, and he's fouled him there. It's going to be a free kick. As Mason Mount cutting a frustrated figure, as Fulham have defended very, very well. Really, since those 3 opportunities by Cunha, they really have shut shop. And Calvin Bassey is really doing a good job on Brian Mbeumo in this first half. Here's Iwobi to Sessegnon. Back to Iwobi. And Sessegnon picks up the ball. Good ball to Sander Berg and Sessegnon. Berg. Calvin Bassey. Joachim Andersen takes the ball over the halfway line and plays it down the right-hand side. Lukic picks up the ball and moves towards the middle of the park. Lukic, he's got options over on the far side. It's Sessegnon down the left. Here's Ryan Sessegnon. Back to Joachim Andersen. Andersen goes down the right, this time to Castagna. Castagna to Lukic. Back, he tried to go back to Castagna. The ball goes out of play. As once again, the Fulham front line really not able to create anything at all in this first half. The ball is played forward to Mason Mount. There was a challenge from behind on Mount, but the ball breaks loose and goes all the way through to Altay Bayindir. Chasing it was Rodrigo Muniz, but Bayindir was able to pick that one up as it wasn't a back pass. Here's Mateus Cunha for Manchester United, deep into his own half. Plays the ball across to Lenny Yoro now, over the halfway line. And it's a good ball there to Diallo, back to Yoro. He now tries to set off Mbuemo on his way, but he's got his shadow around him here, Calvin Bassey. He's managed to find Casemiro. Casemiro across to Mateus de Ligt, back heel by Mason Mount. And now here's Bruno Fernandes. Can he get the cross in? It's cut out by Calvin Bassey. But that really was good football from Manchester United in the lead up to that play. And you can see here it starts with the ball to Mason Mount, who delivers a sweet back heel to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes tries to get the ball across, but Calvin Bassey deals with that very, very well. And it's a corner for Manchester United down the left-hand side, which Manchester United's captain Bruno Fernandes will take. He's going to swing this one in long towards the back post. The header is on. Headed up into the air by Castagna. Yoro's trying to bring it down, and Mbuemo hooks the ball across to Fernandes, who whips the ball back in again. It's headed out by Anderson. Back to Fernandes again. Tries to give the ball to Mbuemo, but comfortably winning this ball is Timothy Castagna. Great play by him. And he gets the ball to Tete. Tete's ball forward, manages to find Alex Iwobi. Moves over to his familiar left-hand side. Here's Sanderberg now for Fulham. Gives the ball to Sessegnon, who just about keeps it in play. And it's Lukic again. Gives the ball to Iwobi. Iwobi back to Lukic. Lukic, time and space. Is he going to launch that ball into the box? No, he gives it to Sessegnon down the left-hand side. Corner of the penalty area is Sessegnon. Great challenge that time by Amad Diallo, showing that his work as an attacking player is good as a defensive player. Wins that ball very, very well there. And the ball is cleared downfield, and it's going to be comfortably dealt with there by Anderson, who just gives the ball back to the goalkeeper, Leno. Leno, right-footed downfield. Going to win this ball comfortably in the air there is Luke Shaw. And there's a challenge from behind on Casemiro from Castagna, and it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. And we have just over 11 minutes to go until the break, as we take a look at that challenge on Mason Mount in the penalty area by Calvin Bassey. And I'm just looking at this now. He was wrestled over there, was Mason Mount. That was a WWE move right there, and I think the referee is looking at this now. He's going over to the box to look at this now. There's a possible penalty, and if the referee sees what I've just seen, there's only one decision he can give, and that's a penalty to Manchester United, because he was absolutely wrestled over here, was Mason Mount. There's no way, if he looks at that footage, he can only give a penalty. The referee's looking at it now is Chris Kavanagh. And it surely won't take him long to reach a decision here, but he's looking at it. The Fulham players are all trying to get a glimpse of the video monitor. And he's taken several looks at this as Chris Kavanagh. To me, he's wrestled him over. There's no question in my mind that this is a penalty. I don't understand what's taking so long. Like he's got a hold of him and body flips him over. Like, but this is the thing with VAR. We see this all the time. The decision's coming now. They're still talking about it. Finally, here comes a decision. And it's going to be announced here by the official. I think he's going to give a penalty. And we'll just wait for sure. Yep, the penalty has been given. And Calvin Bassey, no, there's no question. I don't understand why Calvin Bassey is complaining. He wrestled him over. There was no question about it. If that was anywhere else in the park, that would have been given as a free kick. So penalty it is, and Mason Mount's just explaining to Calvin Bassey what exactly the big man did to him. And just look at this, you can see this here. Gets a hold of him and just body slams him. You just can't do that anywhere on the field, and if you do it in the penalty area, it's going to be a penalty. Well, we've got some comments by Ross. Shaw fouls Muniz before Bass's foul on Mount, in my opinion, shouldn't have been given. I don't agree with that, and obviously neither does VAR, but it's a penalty to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes is going to take this one. He's upset that the referee accidentally bumped into him, but Bruno Fernandes is going to take this penalty now. He's complaining at the referee as to why he bumped into him. It was an accident, Bruno, just I don't understand. Bruno, just take the penalty. You've got the penalty, just take it. Stop complaining. It was an accident. Anyway, Bruno Fernandes steps up now. And the penalty is going to be taken. Longer this waits, the more nerves are going to build up in Fernandes. So it's Bruno Fernandes against Bert Leno. Here he goes. And he's ballooned it over the crossbar. It's a miss for Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he blazes that over the crossbar. And well, maybe anger being a part of that, with the referee accidentally bumping into him, God forbid. But he just blazed that one over the crossbar. I mean, that was over by a yard or two. And well, Manchester United spurned the chance to take the first lead of this game. And Manchester United, well, Russ might argue that that's justice served. I think it was a penalty. But penalty miss for Bruno Fernandes. And it's still 0-0. Here's Joachim Andersen. Mason Mount flicks the ball on. Fernandes again. That's a really good ball through the legs of the referee. And here's Diallo now for Manchester United. Across to Mason Mount. Mount tries to play the ball through to Mbeumo. Mbeumo is shielded out of the play now. And Iwobi. And the ball goes out of play for a throw-in to Manchester United. Yellow card has been issued. And I'm just trying to see who the yellow card is aimed at there. I think it's at Casemiro, as he goes into the referee's notebook. And this will be for the challenge. Really? Well, he wins the ball there, so he goes down. So maybe it was for the dive for Casemiro. Perhaps unsportsmanlike conduct there. And it's back with Bert Leno. And here is the number 5, Anderson. Anderson plays the ball forward to Alex Iwobi, and it's out wide there to Ryan Sessegnon as Fulham coming forward now. And Sessegnon plays the ball to Alex Iwobi. Can he get the cross in? Iwobi! Oh, he does. And Altay Bayindir unable to grab it. In fact, he dropped it. Fortunately for Bayindir, it goes the other side of the post. And, well, now then, Alex Iwobi is injured. He's clattered into the advertising hoardings. Now, he's a big man, is Alex Iwobi, but those advertising boardings are not forgiving. And he is down in a heap at the moment, and he must be in a lot of pain. And he gets up onto his feet now. He'll probably have a concussion inspection because he went face first into those advertising hoardings. As we take a look at this penalty again, looking at it from a higher, well, the referee. It took a while for Bruno Fernandes to take the penalty, and he was complaining at the official for bumping into him, and then complaining that the official was trying to keep the Fulham players outside the penalty area. Anyway, it's a corner to Fulham. It's swung in. Bayindir flaps at it again, and a header from Rodrigo Muniz. I think he just got a touch on it, but that was a real chance for Fulham. Best chance of the first half. It was swung in again. Once again, Bayindir swiping at it. Rodrigo Muniz got caught between the diving header, and he only managed to head it down and wide. But that was a real chance for Muniz, and Fulham have their best chance of what has been an interesting first half, to say the least. Should have really put that one away. Bayindir once again flapping at the cross. Both Manchester United goalkeepers, Onana and Bayindir, have shown themselves to be fairly weak on crosses. And now here's Matthijs de Ligt, gives the ball to Yoro. Yoro, it's dummied in midfield, and now here is Dorgu on the way for Manchester United. Dorgu played forward there to Mount. Drop back there to de Ligt. Back to Mount again. Dorgu. Luke Shaw. And here's Bruno Fernandes now looking for options. Oh, Fernandes is dispossessed. And here's Kenny Tete. And he tries to break away. That's a good challenge by Fernandes. But maybe Fernandes didn't get the shout that there was a man on. And he got pickpocketed right there. It's a throw into Fulham. And it's Kenny Tete who's going to take it down the right-hand side. And the ball is played forward, looking for Muniz. Muniz was not able to bring that ball under control at all. And Matthijs de Ligt knocks the ball out of play again. And it's going to be another throw into Fulham, which Kenny Tete is going to take. As we are just under 2 minutes plus stoppage time to the break. Russ will go through all the scores from yesterday's game in the half-time break. Here's Castagna under pressure from Mason Mount. Goes down, complaining it's a foul. That's actually been given by the assistant on this side. And it's going to be a free kick to Fulham in a very dangerous position. As Ruben Amorim just taking a drink. It's almost level with the Manchester United 6-yard box, about 10 yards in from the touchline. As they're going to swing this one under the crossbar again, no doubt. And to see if they can get any more joy. Players are in the box there. You can see who's in there. Anderson, Bassi, Sanderberg, all the big men are in the box. And it's Sasa Lukic to swing this one in. And there's a bicycle kick, but it's missed from Rodrigo Muniz. It's picked up by Anderson to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi swings the ball into Tete. Tete heads the ball on, and it's headed away by Matthijs de Ligt. And Muniz is adjudged to have been in an offside position. It was swung in. Muniz completely missed that bicycle kick and almost took Yoro's head off at the same time. So we go into a minute's stoppage time at the end of the first half. And it's cleared downfield by Altay Bayindir. Headed on by Luke Shaw, but it's picked up by Lukic. Lukic tries to help it along to Sanderberg, gets it across there to Alex Iwobi. Ryan Sessegnon is overlapping on the left-hand side. Iwobi finds him. Here's Sessegnon. Drops the ball back to Sanderberg. Berg holds the ball up and gives it back there to Bassi. Bassi swings the ball in. Oh, and Lenny Yoro unable to control the ball. It breaks loose here to Josh King. King gives the ball back there to Castagna. Here's Sanderberg inside the penalty area. Tete swings the cross in. Heads go up and it's cleared away. Not really wholly, because here's Sanderberg now. Fulham still got it on the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. Sessegnon tries to get the cross in. It's going to be another corner to Fulham as we've played the 45 minutes and there's 2 minutes of stoppage time added at the end of this first half. Which in my opinion is a little conservative, considering we had a long VAR check, a long stoppage earlier on in the game for an injury, and the penalty as well, but 2 minutes it is. And Sasa Lukic is going to take it. And he's going to swing this one in, probably right under the crossbar of Altay Bayindir. In it comes again, Bayindir's all over the place! It might be turned in! Oh, it's blocked! And then the shot by Muniz. Oh, it was initially shot by Sanderberg. Bayindir all over the place again. And somehow it stayed out. Look at this. Bayindir comes for it. He's all over the place. Gets nowhere near it. And the hook by Sanderberg was blocked. And it's going to be a throw-in. And Kenny Tete is going to take it. And it's to... Sanderberg again gets the ball back to Tete, and Fulham becoming their closest there as Anderson swings the ball in. And Calvin Bassey heads the ball down, but it's Mason Mount who launches the ball forward. But it's won by Ryan Sessignon, and Alex Iwobi just nips in and gets the ball back to the goalkeepers with 30 seconds left of the 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Headed on by Sander Berg. The ball is won back by Lenny Yoro. Here's Casemiro. Good ball to Mason Mount. And Mount is tackled from behind by Timothy Castagna, and it's going to be a throw-in. Sorry, it's going to be a free kick, rather. Ruben Amorim. We've played the 2 minutes, so perhaps the last roll of the dice in this first half for Manchester United. And it's going to be Bruno Fernandes that's going to lift this ball in. It's a high line by Fulham. All the way outside their own penalty area, and Bruno just looking for options here, the Manchester United captain. Waiting. He's looking for movement here, and so far Bruno is not happy with the lack of movement. It's launched into the penalty area. It's over Yoro's head. It's headed up into the air, and it's half time. So chances for Cunha, who could really have had a hat-trick in this game, and a penalty missed by Bruno Fernandes for a foul by Calvin Bassey on Mason Mount. At half-time, it is Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much there, Paul. James will be back with us in plenty of time for the start of the second half. But at half-time, at Craven Cottage, it's Fulham 0, Manchester United 0 in the Premier League. And we'll keep you up to date with the rest of the Premier League action that's took place this weekend, and also the EFL action as well. We're just going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to go through the half-time scores. Well, through the scores from the weekend thus far, including, and then a review of this game as well. So the second half gets underway. Join us shortly for the scores and the second half action on the way. Welcome back to the Commenttary Hub's coverage of the game between Fulham and Manchester United. Half-time score is Fulham 0, Manchester United 0 at the break as it stands right now. We're just going to take a quick look then at the scores that have been played in the matches so far this weekend, starting off in the Premier League action. And on Friday evening, it was West Ham 1, Chelsea 5. On Saturday lunchtime, it was Man City 0, Spurs 2, or Tottenham Hotspur 2. Bournemouth 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Brentford 1, Aston Villa 0. Burnley 2, Sunderland 0. Burnley get their first win of the season, having been promoted last weekend. Well, end of last season, should I say, and falling to defeat last weekend to Spurs. Arsenal 5, Leeds United 0. And then on Sunday afternoon, Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Everton 2, Brighton 0. And half-time, as you can see there, it is Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. And Monday Night Football this week, Newcastle against Liverpool in the Premier League. Let's take a look then at the Championship scores. And we've got two parts of these for you. On Saturday afternoon, it finished Derby County 1. On Friday evening, should I say, finished Derby 1, Bristol City 1. On Saturday afternoon, lunchtime, Charlton 0, Leicester City 1. Hull City 0, Blackburn Rovers 3. Swansea City 1, Watford 1. Birmingham City 1, Oxford United 0. Coventry City 7, Queen's Park Rangers 1. League 2, Norwich 1, Middlesbrough 2. Preston 1, Ipswich 0. Sheffield United 0, Millwall 1. Southampton 1, Stoke City 2. West Brom 1, Portsmouth 1. And Wrexham 2, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Sheffield Wednesday fall back from 2-0 down to make it 2 apiece there. In League 1, some results from League 1 for you. Luton Town 0, Cardiff City 1. Fulham United 2, Wigan Athletic 2. I was at that game yesterday afternoon at the ASL New York Stadium. Good game actually between Rotherham and Wigan Athletic. AFC Wimbledon 2, Barnsley 0, Bolton 1, Lincoln City 1, Huddersfield Town 1, Stevenage 0, Mansfield Town 4, Leyton Orient 0. More League 1 coming up. Northampton Town 2, Exeter City 0. Peterborough United 1, Bradford City 1. Plymouth Argyle 1, Blackpool 0. Port Vale 0, Worcester Rovers 1. Stockport County 2, Burton Albion 1. Wycombe Wanderers 2, Reading 2. And then into League 2 we go then, with those scores from there. Newport County 1, Milton Keynes Dons 2, Walsall 1, Salford City 0, Accrington Stanley 1, Grimsby Town 1, Bristol Rovers 1, Cambridge United 0, Chatham Town 0, Barnet 1, Colchester United 0, Barrow 2. Here's the scores there. Crawley Town 0, Tranmere 2, Fleetwood 1, Oldham 1, Gillingham 1, Crewe 0, Harrogate Town 1, Chesterfield 2, Notts County 2, Bromley 2, and Swindon Town 2, Shrewsbury Town 1. All the results there which we've brought to you this afternoon from the weekend's games. We'll give you the full-time score from the other games coming up, from the full classified check of the games in the Football League and the Premier League. Again, at full time, going through the entirety of the Premier League with today's scores again for you just before we finish off this afternoon. And very shortly, not just yet, after 10 games of the season, we will bring up on our screens as well for you the Premier League table, so you can see what the table looks like in the Premier League from 10 games onwards. We'll bring you the Premier League table for that one. Every week we'll keep bringing you the scores, and from 10th week on in the Premier divisions, as we brought to just there. Been a good game so far. Manchester United had a penalty. For me, Shaw found won his first, and the referee gave a foul when Mason Mount was fouled by Calvin Bassey, and Bruno Fernandes by the penalty over top of the crossbar there, and it was a wayward hit from Bruno Fernandes. I think maybe because of the delay, probably put him off a little bit, and maybe the knock or the nudge from the referee may put him off a little bit, but Bruno Fernandes really should be doing better too. The target from 12 yards out, and Man United so far have come close as well. They're in the post early on. Fulham have had chances as well. Binder flapping again. No wonder they're looking for a new goalkeeper in advance to René Lemans from Royal Antwerp, and Lemans missed the, as Paul mentioned earlier on, Lemans missed Royal Antwerp's 2-1 Belgian Pro League victory over Kevin Mechelen earlier on this afternoon there. And I'm just going to bring in Paul James, who has been your match commentator for that first half. And Paul, just give us your overall assessments on that first half. Do you think the scoreline is a fair reflection of what we've seen so far?
No, I think given the Manchester United chances that they've had in that first half, they should be leading. Fulham have had one or two decent chances as well. Rodrigo Muniz should have scored with his header on the back post. Both the Fulham chances, I would say, really came about from Altay Bayindir not being able to claim crosses. And I actually think he should just stay on his line if he can't come and get them. Nearly every cross he's come for in the first half he's flapped at and made a mess of. So just stay on your line. Don't come for it. Don't come for it unless you know you're going to get it. And I think they're gonna have to be looking at a new goalkeeper if Manchester United are going to make the top six, because I don't see it happening any other way. These two goalkeepers are, I would say, they're not even of Championship standard, let alone Premier League standard.
Well, for me, Paul, and no disrespect to Manchester United and Onana or Bayindir, but I agree with you, they're not Premier League standard, they're probably not Championship standard, they're probably, in my opinion, Paul, I don't know whether you agree with this, I think the bottom end Championship, top end of League One standard goalkeepers in both Onana and Bayindir. And I'm going to also throw into the mix there with the conversation of where they're fitting in terms of goalkeepers. Also going to throw in Illan Meslier as well, because for me Meslier is also in that sort of area as well. So I think those three, Bayindir, Onana and Leeds United, Illan Meslier, could be leaving Leeds, by the way, those three are bottom end Championship, top end of League One class goalkeepers, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. They are weak on crosses, extremely weak on crosses, and they're flapping all over the place. If I was Marco Silva in that dressing room at half-time, I'd be saying, get those crosses into the 6-yard box. Get them in, whip them in, under the crossbar every time. And I would have players surrounding that goalkeeper, 2 or 3 players, because he does not look comfortable at all.
No, he doesn't look comfortable at all. And Paul, I just want to ask you, what do you think Manchester United need to do to get the win? Obviously, they've played some decent football in that first half. Got the goal, which should have had a goal from that penalty, which was shockingly missed by Bruno Fernandes and put over the crossbar. But I just see Manchester United getting something from this game if they are to get the 3 points today.
Well, they've got to start taking the chances. If they don't take the chances, Fulham will go up the other end and score. We just see it time after time, every week. Teams dominating the play, creating chances but never taking them, and then boom.
Yes, and if say Fulham, what do you think Fulham need to do to make sure they can get something out of the game and potentially get the lead and keep hold of that lead? We've mentioned that pressure in that first half.
Well, they're defending very well at Fulham. They're doing that part of it right. Just advance foot, be a bit more adventurous, go forward and keep whipping those crosses in, because he doesn't. This goalkeeper doesn't like them. He's not comfortable with them. Keep whipping the crosses in and putting the ball on goal, and good things will happen.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. And Fulham have got some decent options on the bench to potentially come on. Manchester United have two. Who do you think will be the first manager to blink, as they say, and make that first change in the game, Paul?
Well, I would expect Ruben Amorim to be looking at Benjamin Sesko on the hour mark if Manchester United haven't scored by then. I don't understand the delay in starting him. I would I would certainly have him in and bring Mason Mount off. Drop Cunha back into that attacking midfield role and have Sesko up front on his own.
Yes, thank you very much there, Paul, as the players are back out ready for the second half. Who will come out on top? Who will prevail in the second half? Will it be Fulham or will it be Manchester United? Teams back out to Craven Cottage. So to the officials, let's see who wins this game today, or whether it remains locked to 0-0 in the company of your match commentator, Paul James.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to the start of the second half. Bruno Fernandes still complaining at referee Chris Kavanagh for bumping into him. Manchester United are about to get the second half underway with Bryan Mbeumo standing over the ball. They'll be attacking the goal to our right in the second half. And he goes all the way back to Bayinda in goal. Long ball by Altay Bayinda downfield, looking to connect on that is Dorgu. He gets the header there. It's nodded away there by Sander Berg. Here's Diallo. Good ball out wide there to the right-hand side to Bryan Mbeumo. Mbeumo, Casemiro swings across in. It's blocked and cleared away. Kenny Tete on the end of that. And it's headed back into the centre circle. Lenny Yoro trying to clear up, but it's picked up by Rodrigo Muniz. Muniz swings the ball out wide, and it's picked up by Ryan Sessegnon. Sessegnon storming forward now. He gets the cross in, and it is beats everybody and goes all the way over to the other side and almost hits the corner flag. The throw into Fulham will be taken over by the corner flag. As hooked away there, up in the air, winning that one is Sander Berg, and headed on by that is Josh King. Trying to bring the ball under control here is Calvin Bassey. He's under pressure from Diallo, but Calvin Bassey drops the ball back to the goalkeeper, and someone's lost their boot there, and that is the number 3, Calvin Bassey. Picks it up, and it's played forward now, and chasing this one is the number 21 here for Fulham, Timothy Castagna. And Josh King trying to win that ball, but nipping in and winning it is Bruno Fernandes instead. And he gives the ball to Diallo. It's back to the Manchester United captain, Bruno Fernandes. Played forward to Mbeumo. Back to Fernandes again. That's a really good ball over to Mason Mount. Good football by Manchester United. Here's Patrick Dorgu now, down that left-hand side. Can he get the cross? And he takes the deflection and goes over and behind for a corner to Manchester United. Just 2 minutes gone in this second half. Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. It just bounces off the head there of Kenny Tete, who goes behind. Not sure he knew much about it. Corner is going to be taken by Bruno Fernandes. And it's got on the corner of the 6-yard box there, Mason Mount and Luke Shaw just going to make their way into the middle. It's headed up into the air by Anderson, back to Diallo. Oh, good touch by Diallo to Mount. Back to Diallo again. Diallo with a shot. Blocked by Bert Leno. It's not likely he was going to beat the German international from there. And the ball headed out of play, but it's a throw in to Manchester United. But really good football by Manchester United there. Diallo, beautiful pass to Mount, and Mount then lays it off, but the angle was very tight to be beating Bert Leno from there. Here's Alex Iwobi now. He has the ball, tries to play it through the legs of Cunha. It doesn't work. Finally, though, the ball breaks loose to Josh King, and maybe Fulham can come forward a little bit now. And it's a good challenge there, and the ball is out of play. It's going to be a throw into Fulham. Really, really impressed with Josh King in this game. He's worked very, very hard. And there is Alex Iwobi, just drops the ball back to Bassi. And he goes back to the goalkeeper, Leno. Leno just holding the ball up here and goes short. Sanderberg. Tete. Plays the ball forward over the halfway line. Here's Josh King again. Back heel through the legs there. That is really good play by Josh King. And here's Calvin Bassi. And now then, Alex Iwobi storming forward. He's got a bit of space in front of him. What can he do with it? Finds Muniz. It's back to Alex Iwobi. He's got Sessegnon overlapping down the left. Iwobi again. Swings the ball in. It's headed out there by Matthijs de Ligt. And Diallo trying to bring the ball under control, but he's been had it stolen off him by Sessegnon. Sessegnon's cross wasn't the greatest. And the clearest by Casemiro only finds Iwobi. Iwobi, that shot is, well, that play is blocked there. And it's cleared away back into the Fulham half. And it's out of play for a throw into Fulham down that left-hand side. As Fulham, Sanderberg now. And back with Iwobi. Here's Tete. Cross to Sanderberg. Nice first touch by Sanderberg to Iwobi. Over the halfway line. Nice ball to Ryan Sessegnon, who's overlapping down the left-hand side. Good cross by Sessegnon. Goalkeeper stays at home this time. And it's cleared away only as far as Sanderberg again. Back to Sessegnon again. Is he going to whip another one in? It's back with Berg. Bassi. Iwobi. Nice touch. Oh, good ball out to the right-hand side. Good play by Castagna. The ball is crossed in there, but that is really good defensive play by Matthijs de Ligt. He was backing off, but he just got his leg on it and puts it behind for a corner. And we are about to see Benjamin Sesko. There is another Manchester United player down there as well. I can't quite see who that is, but it looks like we will see Benjamin Sesko sooner rather than later. And it's definitely a little bit earlier than I anticipated, but the corner is going to be swung in now. Heads go up, and it's just headed behind by Joachim Andersen. And Joachim Andersen's claiming it's a corner, and he's waving his hands really rather meticulously there. He's still complaining to... Oh yes, that came right off the head of Luke Shaw. That should have been a corner. Joachim Andersen has the right to be a little bit upset with that one. So Amad Diallo is one of the men being replaced. Benjamin Sesko is coming on. Casemiro is the other. So Casemiro is coming off. So is Amad Diallo. And we're just going to see Sesko is coming on. I'm just not quite sure who the other one is. So Amad and Casemiro are coming off. And I'm just trying to see who the other one is. It's Diogo Dalla. So Diogo Dallo coming on, that would make sense given Diallo has now left the field. So Casemiro and Diallo are off. Diogo Dallo and Benjamin Sesko are on for Manchester United. Let's see if they can pick up from here. Now, here go Manchester United immediately. Oh, there's a really good challenge there. And chasing this one is Cunha, but Kenny Tete just gets the ball out of play. And, well, early change in this second half for Manchester United. Benjamin Sesko now is on. Let's see if he can let's see if he can repeat what Gyökeres did for Arsenal yesterday. Here's Tete. Drops the ball back to Anderson, and it's back to the goalkeeper, Leno. Leno drills the ball downfield. Flicked on. Oh, a beautiful flick over the top by Josh King. He's in here, is King. Oh, and he goes down, but there's no foul there. And it's cleared away by Diogo Dalot, but only as far there as Iwobi. And I've got a comment from Russ. I'm going to read it out in a minute. It's just Sander Berg at the moment is in possession, but Josh King, again, really fantastic run. It's a long ball over to King again, and he's not able to reach that time, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Lenny Yoro watching that one closely, but Josh King in the first half winning balls and generally making a pain of himself, and that was really good play. His first touch was good, but that was really well played by Lenny Yoro. No foul there. Russ says surprised he didn't make these substitutes at half time rather than the first 5 minutes of the second half. I was just going to say that, Russ, actually, and I don't understand the logic behind that, but here's Luke Shaw. He drops the ball back to the goalkeeper. It's out, cleared downfield. It's sort of kneed on, if you will. Matthijs de Ligt just clears the ball in the air. That's not going to help Luke Shaw out, and Luke Shaw just heads the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in as we've had almost 10 minutes at the start of this second half. And it's still Fulham 0, Manchester United 0, and the first two subs made by Manchester United. Here's Sander Berg. And drop back to Tete. Tete swings that ball in. And it's cleared, it's gone all the way out to the other end. And it's going to be a throw-in to Manchester United on the opposite side of the field. Just level with their own penalty area down their right-hand side. And Diogo Dalot is going to take it. And picked up by Sesko. Sesko just drops the ball back there to De Ligt. And here is the number 23, Luke Shaw. Good ball there to Dorgu. Dorgu to Mason Mount, and Mason Mount's return pass is a very, very poor one and has needlessly given away a corner for Fulham. Well, that was a very poor pass by Mason Mount back to Luke Shaw. And Amorim is just shaking his head right now. The last thing he needs is more corners. Sasa Lukic is going to take this one. This is the 7th corner for Fulham in this game. As let's see how the Manchester United defence deal with this. And Ruben Amorim can actually hardly watch. The corner is not the best one. It's flicked on though by Castagne, and this time the goalkeeper Altay Bayindir comes out, claims it with authority, and that's the first time that he's looked at all steady from set pieces in this game. And here's Matthijs de Ligt. And held up there by Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, good ball across there to De Ligt. Long ball over the top, looking for Mbeumo. Calvin Bassey deals with that quite well. Here's Sesko, good ball out wide to Dorgu. And now here's Cunha. Cunha, oh, super ball out wide here to Dalot. Dalot, can he get the cross in? Oh, it's a poor one. But he does manage to win the corner despite that. Alex Iwobi getting his foot in on that cross. And it just loops behind for a corner for Manchester United down the right-hand side. And Brian Mbeumo is going to take that right in front of those Manchester United fans behind the goal. Fulham have defended so well in this game so far, and they're looking to continue to do so. And Mbeumo is going to take this corner. It's swung in. The head's on there by Dorgu, and it's in. Patrick Dorgu. That may be Lenny Yoro, in fact. Yes, it is Lenny Yoro. But Manchester United take the 1-goal lead. And just as I was saying that they defended very, very well, that free header there really just foxed the Fulham defence and has given Lenny Yoro, the header to give Manchester United the lead. Well, that really was, they didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. You can see the corner coming in here, and it's just, it takes a deflection off two people, in fact. Lenny Yoro's header, it's a free header. Actually, I think this may go down as an own goal. Only because I see Yoro's header as potentially going well wide. It looks like it's come off Rodrigo. This is going to go down to the dubious goals committee. Because if I take a look at this, the header down, it takes a deflection and then off Leno, and it diverted Leno the wrong way. Kevin Benson's in the chat. Hi, Kevin. Hope you're okay. But I think that's going to go down as an own goal, and I'll try and get some confirmation for you of that once I've got it. But yeah, that Muniz own goal, yes. So that is an own goal by Muniz, and Manchester United find themselves in front. 58-minute own goal, and well, the Manchester United fans won't care. They don't care if it just comes off somebody's backside and goes in. All they know is that they need to get their first win of the season, and they are on their way to doing that. It's cleared downfield. Its header is won by Iwobi, picked up by Fernandez. Good ball over there by Fernandez to the number 23, Luke Shaw, and across to Patrick Dorgu. Dorgu holds the ball up, and picked up again by Shaw. Dorgu again. Fulham rattled. Let's see if Manchester United can capitalise on that. Bruno Fernandes. And goes all the way back there to De Ligt, who gives the ball to Yoro. Good ball by Yoro to Dalot. Dalot in an offside position, surely. Dalot tries to get the cross in, and it's released. Here is Kenny Tete. But the ball is played forward. Nice back heel, and now this is good play by Sander Berg. And it's, oh, that's a late challenge on Lukic. Oh, that is brutal. Surely the referee has got to give something there. Well, the referee doesn't give anything there. That is a shocking challenge. And here is Sessegnon. Long ball over onto the far side here. Timothy Castagne drops the ball back to Tete. Tete's cross to Muniz. Heads it over the crossbar, looking to score at the right end this time. But we'll see if the referee takes any further action here. Well, he does win the ball, doesn't he? He does win the ball. He gets something on it, but he does win the ball. The goal, according to Russ, has been given to Yoro. We need to get some kind of confirmation of that, because that's not what I'm seeing. But I will deal with first things first. We've got a double Fulham substitution coming up. And 21, that's Timothy Castagne, who is going off. And there is also, that looks like Sessegnon, who is also off. And coming on is Wilson and Anthony Robinson. So Harry Wilson, we know he's capable of scoring goals. And the American defender Anthony Robinson are coming on for Fulham in replace of Timothy Castagne and Ryan Sessegnon. So we'll see if that gives Fulham an opportunity. Okay, so yes, it has been changed by flash score. So yes, it is a Lenny Yoro goal. So that means I need to update my spreadsheet once again. At the moment, though, the ball is out onto the far side. It's crossed in, and looking to win that header is Muniz. Here's Iwobi with a shot. It's blocked. Chasing this one down is Wilson, and the ball goes out of play. Harry Wilson's going to take the throw in. Oh, it's going to be Anthony Robinson, I should say. Anthony Robinson takes the throw in. Drops the ball back to Calvin Bassey. And the ball across now, picked up by Lukic. Lukic over there to the number 8 for Fulham, which is Wilson, and it's blocked and goes out of play for a throw-in. Nunez over there as we take a look at Yoro's goal. It was going wide, it was going wide. That should be an own goal. By all definitions of the rules, that should be an own goal. There was no question that was going wide. But it's been given to Lenny Yoro anyway. Bruno Fernandes clears the ball forward, and chasing this one back to the goalkeeper there is Anthony Robinson, the USA international. Gets the ball back off Leno. Robinson lays the ball off. Ball played forward there, and it bounces over the head of Berg, and all of a sudden, just for a second there, trying to break through was Mateus Cunha, but quick work by the goalkeeper. Here's Wilson. Picks up his own pass again. Just off Anderson. Here's Bassi. Iwobi. Robinson. It's a poor ball by Robinson. 50-50 situation there. And there's a Fulham player down, and it's played forward to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes going down under the challenge. Kept in play, and finally now the play has stopped, and it's a throw in to Fulham, as unable to keep that ball in play was Lenny Yoro. Anthony Robinson with a throw in to Alex Iwobi. Robinson picks up the loose ball and trying to find Josh King. Still Robinson. Was he able to keep the ball in play? It doesn't matter, it's going to go behind for a goal kick anyway. And with 25 minutes to go, it looks like we're seeing another Manchester United substitution. This time Lenny Yoro, the alleged goal scorer, is going off, and we're just trying to see who it is that's coming on. I'm not quite sure who that was. That was that was a stealth substitution. I'll get Russ to sort that out for me. Ball is across to Dorgu and out of play by Benjamin Sesko. Not the best. We've got a comment in the comment section. Leeds and Burnley could really expect better starts. Arsenal result unfortunate, but both above Palace. We want our 12th place back, please. Okay. We'll see. Right, the ball is played forward there. Goes down under the challenge by Luke Shaw, and it's a free kick. Kenny Tete will pick himself up. And I'm still trying to establish who has come on for Yoro. Because I saw him walk off. And okay, so far we don't know who that is. I'll get back to you guys on that one, because he went off and there was nothing showing up here. Here's Mbuemo. Oh, Yoro is still on according to Ross. Okay. Bruno Fernandes plays the ball long over on the far side, looking for Dorgu. Cunha nips in to try to win that ball. And the ball is played forward here to Iwobi. Iwobi's got options, and he tried to find Harry Wilson over on the left, but it was a little bit far forward for Wilson. And the ball is out of play for a throw-in. And it's picked up by Sasa Lukic, who goes down under the challenge of Mateus Cunha, and it's going to be a free kick. It will be. Good ball out wide there to Anthony Robinson, down the left-hand side. Robinson, lay off there to Iwobi. Back to Robinson. And the ball out wide to Berg, and it's back to Iwobi, and now here's Josh King with a chance to get the cross in, and it's a good block by Bruno Fernandes, and he puts it behind for a corner to Manchester United, or rather to Fulham, and going to take it is Sasa Lukic, who will once again try to swing this one under the crossbar. as Manuel Ugarte is readying himself to come on for Manchester United. Manuel Ugarte. He's just sorting himself out. The corner by Lukic, swung in there, headed out to the edge of the penalty area to Iwobi, and his shot is just over the crossbar. And well, once again they've got two on the front post here, and you can see there two Manchester United players on the front post won that header. It went straight to Iwobi. Now Manuel Ugarte is coming on. Just let's see, he's coming off. I can only think it's probably going to be Mason Mount, and it is indeed Mason Mount. And so Mason Mount's day is over. Solid performance, hard-working performance by Mason Mount today. He goes off and to be replaced by Ugarte. Uruguayan international. Be away for international duty in the forthcoming weeks. Flicked on there. It's one back there. That's really good play by Lukic. He plays the ball down over on the far side looking for Muniz. That's good work by Shaw. Just manages to head the ball there to Cunha. Cunha gets the ball back to the goalkeeper. And he releases it to Luke Shaw again. Luke Shaw holds the ball up. And it's across there to the number 2, Diogo Dalot. Here is Lenny Yoro. Plays the ball forward. Header on there by Ugarte. Ugarte has the ball again. Only his first touch is not the best. He let it loose for Anthony Robinson, but Robinson runs it out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Fulham. And Brian Mbeumo, we've sort of gone into that period now where the substitutes are going to be coming in thick and fast. Both sides, of course, are allowed 5 with 3 attempts. So we're seeing Emil Smith-Rowe here, and I'm just going to see who it is who's... So Raul Jimenez is on, and Josh King, Muniz and King are off, and Jimenez and Smith-Rowe are on for Fulham, making it their 3rd and 4th substitutions. Emil Smith-Rowe, the former Arsenal player, been very effective for Fulham since he has come on, since he has joined the club. Raul Jimenez, of course, we all know that he's capable of scoring goals. Here's Luke Shaw, out wide to Dorgu. Dorgu back there to Cunha, back to Dorgu. Luke Shaw tries to find Cunha again, and it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. And Manchester United, another move breaks down. They'll be comfortable with this 1-0 scoreline. Will give them their first win of the season. Of course, next up for them in the league is Burnley. And before that, they have a trip to Grimsby Town in the League Cup. Ball played forward now, and Raul Jimenez is away down the left-hand side. Jimenez outside of the foot pass. Oh, he was looking for Harry Wilson. It was a very ambitious ball. He might have been better going off on his own. Iwobi wins the ball back, gives it to Robinson. Robinson back to Iwobi again. The cross coming in. It's flicked on there and turned in by Emil Smith-Rowe, the substitute. And Fulham are level. Well, Emil Smith-Rowe, he's been so effective since he's joined Fulham, and he scores there. And Emil Smith-Rowe, well, you have to say it started from sloppy defending from Manchester United. It's not the first time we've said that, and you can see it happen here. The clearance was poor. Diogo Dalot loses it there. It's picked up by Iwobi. And then Iwobi gets the ball back off Robinson. And it's a really good ball by Iwobi. Played into the penalty area. It misses Raul Jimenez, but nipping in from behind is Emil Smith-Rowe, just toe pokes it past the goalkeeper, and the United defence caught ball watching again, and that's partly on Matthias de Ligt as well. And it is 1-1, and Fulham are level, and Manchester United now have got to try to regain this lead again. Well, here's Mbuemo now for Manchester United. It's cleared away. And Emil Smith-Rowe, first goal of the season. I can tell you as an Arsenal fan, I still regret the fact that we sold Emil Smith-Rowe. Not happy was the words. I was not happy with it right from the start, and I'm still not happy with it. But here is the number 2 for Manchester United, Diogo Dalot, who made that error that led up to that goal. Matthias de Ligt. And the ball is long over by Luke Shaw. Manages to be kept in play well by Diogo Dalot there. And Dalot plays the ball across. Ross, of course, is delighted that Fulham are winning, Fulham have tied the game up, being a Leeds fan. Here's Patrick Dorgu, rather. Bruno Fernandes. And back to Matthias de Ligt. Lenny Yoro. Yoro back there to Ugarte. Ugarte, good ball across there to the number 23, Luke Shaw. Oh, Shaw tries to get ahead of Dorgu. Dorgu tries to get ahead of Wilson there, and he's down clutching his face. I'm not sure why he's clutching his face. Let's have a look. Oh, well, it's a foul. There's no question it's a foul, but really, is it so bad that he has to clutch? Oh, yes, he caught him with the... Yeah, yeah, he actually caught him quite hard round the face, quite by accident. Comment by Kevin Benson, good goal. Jimenez misfooled them, and Fulham are level. Let's see if they can take advantage of this and maybe go on and get a victory, or will Manchester United pop up and get another one? Here's Brian Mbuemo with a free kick, a couple of yards in from the touchline. It's headed up into the air by Joachim Andersen. Headed up again, and trying to bring this under control is Dalot with a shot, but it's well over, and it's a goal kick as Dalot cutting a frustrated figure. It has to be said, Dalot's giveaway is really what led up to that goal. And there'll be questions asked once again of the defending at Manchester United, because nobody even picked Smith-Rowe up. The Manchester United defenders were ball watching, and Smith-Rowe just ghosted in behind them and got on the end of that with his toe, and it was enough. Jimenez wins a header in the air, looking for Iwobi. That's good. Iwobi brings that ball under control, and now it's picked up by Anthony Robinson. Back again to Iwobi again, flicked into the penalty area, bringing that ball under control well is Wilson. Winning the ball here is Lukic. And the good ball out wide there by Joachim Andersen to Tete. Tete holds the ball up. And it's back there to Calvin Bassey. Here's Anthony Robinson. Forward is Alex Iwobi if he wants to find him. Instead he finds Emil Smith-Rowe. And Smith-Rowe goes back to his goalkeeper. Cleared downfield by Bert Leno. Looking to win the header there is Raul Jimenez. It was won by de Ligt, but it wasn't good enough. It only finds Smith-Rowe. Here is now Iwobi. Iwobi plays the ball through to Jimenez. Oh, he whistles the ball across the 6-yard box. Dashing in was Harry Wilson, but he wasn't able to get on the end of that one. But that really was great football by Fulham. Alex Iwobi starts a pass there. He's onside. And Jimenez just whips that ball across, but it's just away. And in fact, the official on the far side has determined that that was actually offside. But very close there. That was really good play by Fulham. Some of the best football we've seen them play all afternoon. Picked up here by Luke Shaw. Gives the ball there to Dorgu. Dorgu goes down under the challenge of Harry Wilson. He's still clutching the bottom of his foot. The referee has said nothing doing that time. And with 12 minutes to go, it's Fulham 1, Manchester United 1. And this Premier League game is resting on a knife edge. And the throw-in is going to be taken by Kenny Tete. 50-50 possession. We really have seen a much better half performance by Fulham, much more attacking in the sense they have been a bit more adventurous and they've been rewarded for it. It's back to the goalkeeper, Leno. Leno clears the ball downfield, all the way through to his opposite number, Altay Bayindir. Will just wait for that ball to bounce into the penalty area, and he releases it quickly to Lenny Yoro. Yoro just puts his foot on the ball and drops it back to Matthijs de Ligt. Now then, how will Manchester United respond to this? The ball is out wide to Luke Shaw. Fulham defending in numbers here. There's a long ball on the far side to Diogo Dalot. Dalot, oh, good pass by the outside of the boot to Mbeumo. Mbeumo back to Dalot, but that's really good defending by Alex Iwobi, just shielding Dalot out the play there, and it just rolls behind for a goal kick. And I will have to consider my man of the match soon. I'll have to give that to Russ. I've got a few names in mind, really from both teams, but I will get that man of the match over to Russ very shortly, and it'll be announced in about 10 minutes time. Here is Kenny Tete. Tete over the halfway line. It's got Wilson alongside him. He leaves the ball for Wilson. Drop back. Anthony Robinson. Calvin Bassey. Iwobi. He's got Smith Rowe down this left-hand side. Back to Iwobi. This is good football by Fulham. Possession play by the Cottagers inside the Manchester United half. What can they do about it, the Reds? And here is Jimenez. Jimenez under pressure. Still breaks loose to Smith Rowe. Good ball to Wilson out on the far side. Wilson drops the ball back to Lukic. Lukic chasing this. Oh, brilliant challenge. And the ball comes across. And it's headed out by Agate. Only as far as Sander Berg. Back again to Tete. And here's Smith Rowe. That was a superb challenge by Kenny Tete as the ball looked like it was going to the Manchester United defender. And here's Lukic again. And this is pressure now by Fulham on the Manchester United defence. It's out wide to Wilson again. Tete. Sander Berg. He attempted to shoot. Launches the ball in the middle. It goes all the way to Anthony Robinson. Robinson, oh, it was too much of a weight on that pass. It was a good idea, though, looking to find Emile Smith Rowe, but just a bit too much on it. And right now, Fulham looking like the side that may go on to win this. And you can see in the last last 5 minutes of possession, 64% in favour of the home side. And the ball is cleared downfield by Altay Bayindir. Calvin Bassey wins that header. Been a rock in the defence for Fulham this afternoon. And it's a foul there by Emile Smith Rowe on Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes gets to his feet this time. And, well, Smith Rowe has added some impotence since he's come on to this game. Honestly, really surprised he hadn't started, given the effect that he's had on Fulham since he's joined from Arsenal. Bruno Fernandes across to Lenny Yoro. And here's Brian Mbeumo. Mbeumo just turning away from Calvin Bassey. Oh, nice challenge by Sander Berg. Really good play in midfield by Sander Berg. And here's Lenny Yoro. Gives the ball back to Matthijs de Ligt. Luke Shaw. And it's back with de Ligt again. Across to Lenny Yoro. Yoro over the halfway line. Manuel Agate. Agate, that's a good ball across there to Luke Shaw, and it's now Dorgu. Dorgu skips away from that. Oh, that's a superb challenge by Wilson. And this is really good spell of football for Fulham. And it's a long ball by Wilson. He was looking for the chasing Anthony Robinson. And the referee has given a free kick. And Bruno Fernandes is complaining. Chris Kavanagh doesn't want to hear it. And it's a free kick for Fulham. I'm just going to give Ross my man of the match. There you go, Ross. And ball is picked up by Iwobi. Iwobi drops the ball back to Calvin Bassey. We've had another comment in the comment section. Hard to choose man of the match. Iwobi and Smith Rowe very good from what I've seen. I've made my pick, and I will be announcing it in about 5 minutes' time, and I'll announce it then. You may or may not agree, but we'll see. Here's Iwobi. It's out wide to Robinson. Robinson gets the cross in. It's over everybody's head, and it's picked up on the far side by Lukic. Lukic. It's picked up by Tete. Tete's ball in isn't the best, but he does win the ball back from the clearance. Tete again. Nice ball out wide to Lukic. I was thinking he may deliver a first-time cross. He doesn't. Kenny Tete. Oh, Tete! Real chance here for Fulham. Pulled across. Oh, Jimenez is not able to bring the ball under control. But trying to win that ball back is Joachim Andersen, but he's committed a foul there. That was a brilliant play by Fulham. A dummy and a switch in play let Kenny Tete in. The ball to Raul Jimenez was not the best, so it was just behind him. Mbuemo claiming his foul. The referee says no. And it's picked up here by the number 16, Sanderberg. Iwobi. That's a good ball out wide to Robinson. Back to Iwobi. Time ticking down. You have to think the next goal will be the winner. But in the Premier League, we've learned to never make predictions like that. Here's Smith Rowe. Plays the ball outside to Wilson. Down the right-hand side. Wilson, good play. Oh, challenge there. And we've got a player down. And I think that's, yes, that's Manuel Ugarte. He's just getting to his feet now. And Mateus Cunha has the ball. It's released to Bruno Fernandes. That'll be a free kick and a yellow card. Clinging a hold of the back of his shirt. We'll just see who that was. I just couldn't quite see who picked up that yellow card. I'll be able to tell you now. It looks like it is Lukic, actually. Yes. Sasa Lukic goes into the referee's notebook. Nothing wrong with the challenge there from Bassey, by the way. That to me was a perfectly good challenge. And here's Dorgu now for Manchester United. Tries to get the cross in. It takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner. And, well, with 4 minutes to go, a corner for Manchester United in a pretty dangerous position. Lenny Yoro is going off. We've got a double substitution for Manchester United going on here. Let's just... we've got Harry Maguire coming on. So we've got Shaw and Yoro off. Maguire and Aidan Heaven are coming on here, and coming on for the corner, which is interesting. And cross is going to come in. Let's see. It's corner swung in into the 6-yard box, headed out only as far as Ugarte. And picked up there out wide to Cunha, swings the ball in. That's another good block, this time by Calvin Bassey again, who's been absolutely immense today. But yes, he picks up the ball. That's all 5 substitutes used now for Manchester United. So Yoro and Shaw are off. Heaven and Maguire are on. It's another corner for Manchester United. And Harry Maguire is up there. We know he's quite dangerous from these. It's swung in by Cunha. Header on and just wide. And Harry Maguire there was the one that got that header. And just as I was saying, Harry Maguire pops up in these places from corners, and he almost scored there. Got above Bassey. He was just a bit behind Bassey, but it was headed wide nevertheless. And at the next stoppage in play, I will announce the man of the match. For the time being, it's a goal kick to Fulham, which Bert Leno will take. He's not in any hurry. He launches the ball downfield, trying to bring that ball under control. That's surely a free kick, referee. Well, that should have been a free kick. He was pulled down. Raul Jimenez was pulled down by Dorgu. The official has given nothing, so it looks like it's just, is it going to be just a throw-in, or has he actually given the free kick? Didn't look like he'd given anything there, but yes, no, it's just a throw-in for Kenny Tete. But that was, to me, an obvious foul. Okay, so I'm going to name my man of the match. The man of the match today I'm giving to Fulham's Nigerian defender Calvin Bassey. He's been absolutely outstanding today, immense in defence for Fulham. He shut Mbeumo down, had him in his pocket the entire game. This has been a fantastic defensive performance. So today's man of the match goes to Fulham's number 3, Calvin Bassey. It's now picked up by Tete. Tete holds the ball up. Drop back there to Sanderberg, and it's a free kick to Fulham for the foul on Lukic by Dorgu. This time the free kick has been given. As we tick on into the 90th minute, it's going to be interesting to see what stoppage time we have going on here. And you can see that was definitely a foul. It was late. Trampled on his foot there. Very little protection at the front of those boots. And it hurts if somebody stamps on your foot like that. So we have 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of 90 minutes. And it's going to be interesting to see whether either one of these sides can grab a winner here. It's a free kick to Fulham. Harry Wilson standing over it. Also Lukic. Ball is going to be swung in here. Lukic, it might be Wilson. We'll just see. It's a good position. It is Wilson. It's swung in. Oh, the header's ball is bouncing around, and finally Maguire gets his foot through it to clear it away, and Mbeumo is away, and that is really solid defending at the back by Anthony Robinson, who just gets across there and puts that ball out of play. We've had a comment in the comment section. Kevin Benson says good call on the man of the match. So number 13 now for Patrick Dorgu for Manchester United. Is going to take this throw in here, and it's looking like it's going to be a long one, and it's played. Oh, it's a poor ball. Russ's man of the match was Alex Iwobi. I had him in my mind. I just felt Calvin Bassey's defending today was just so immense. The cross is coming into Dorgu. It's headed back into the penalty area and headed away by Anderson, but only as far as Dorgu. But Dorgu has committed a foul again, this time on Harry Wilson, and it's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. To Fulham. And at the moment, it's looking like Ruben Amorim may have to wait another week for his first victory. Of course, Burnley up next week. For the Red Devils, I suspect Manchester United should win that one comfortably. Here's Anthony Robinson. Robinson plays the ball across to Smith Rowe. Oh, great play by Smith Rowe. Gets a shot away, but it's blocked by Matthias de Ligt and goes behind for a corner. Oh, that was really smart play by Emil Smith Rowe. And it's another corner for Fulham. And just going to see who's going to take this one. It's going to be Lukic. It's right on the quadrant line there. Lukic is probably one who want to swing this one under the crossbar, get as many players around that goalkeeper as possible. Lukic swings it in. The goalkeeper doesn't get there. And unfortunately for Fulham, neither does Anderson, who just gets his head on it, grazed his head on it, and it goes behind for a goal kick. See, they were coming in there. Anderson just, well, actually, he didn't even get a head on it, but it just goes behind for a goal kick. And now Maguire goes long, looking for Patrick Dorgu again. Dorgu just tries to turn away from Wilson. Beautiful back heel to Cunha. Cunha now turns away from Wilson. Can he get the cross in, Cunha? Oh, he can, and it's punched away well by Bert Leno. Good work by the German goalkeeper there. Just push the ball away. It's going to be a throw-in for Manchester United. We've got 90 seconds left of injury time. It's level with the Fulham penalty area, and it's going to be taken by Diogo Dalla. Dalla is going to go for a long one here. Harry Maguire's in there. They're going to have to watch him. It's headed away, but only as far as Dorgu. Dorgu lifts the ball back into Mbeumo, but he's in an offside position. And it'll just go behind for a goal kick. As we've got 1 minute left. Little chance now for both teams in this game. Kevin says Anderson shouldn't have cut his hair. That's right. Just trying to get on the end of that, but it's straight into an offside position, and Mbeumo. So next week we've got Liverpool versus Arsenal at Anfield. I will be covering that game, and we may have a special guest on CoCom. So join us for that one. That is a 4:30 kickoff next Sunday afternoon. And you'll have your usual Sunday afternoon crew. You'll have me behind the mic and Ross in the presenter's chair. We may also have a pundit as well. Kenny Tete has got the throw in now, just over the halfway line. And Dorgu trying to shield that ball out of play. Good defending by Dorgu as he allows that ball to be shielded out of play. We've played the 5 minutes of stoppage time. And that's it. It is full time. 2 second half goals. Firstly by Lenny Yoro, and his goal on 58 minutes. Fulham responded on 72 minutes when substitute Emil Smith-Rowe got on the end of a cross into the penalty area. And for Manchester United, it is another week without a win. For Fulham, it's their second draw, but it's full time at Craven Cottage. It's Fulham 1, Manchester United 1. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much there, Paul. Brilliant commentary this afternoon as Manchester United yet to get off the mark with a victory this season. A point now on the board for Manchester United following last week's defeat to Arsenal. Fulham with 2 draws from 2 games thus far in the Premier League, thanks to Emil Smith-Rowe's second half strike, cancelling out Lenny Yoro's opening. Some people may say, are you sure it's Lenny Yoro's goal? Are you sure it's not been given as a own goal to Rodrigo Muniz in the goal for the opening goal of the game in the match, which was Manchester United's goal? And I can tell you, looking at the things in front of me from the Premier League website, the Premier League app, it is now just being credited to an own goal in that game from Rodrigo Muniz. It's an own goal for Manchester United. Rodrigo Muniz is now just been officially credited with the own goal of for Manchester United's goal there. So 2 Fulham players on the score sheet in that game this afternoon. And it's just officially been confirmed as an own goal right now. There's in that game. So Brian Mbeumo, who thought he had an assist for Manchester United's opener tonight, will have that assist wiped off due to the Rodrigo Muniz putting through his own net there. Emil Smith-Rowe for Fulham ensured the game ended all square this afternoon at Craven Cottage. We'll gather thoughts in just a second of our match commentator Paul James on what we have just witnessed this afternoon. Before we do that, we'll remind you all the scores from the Championship, League One and League Two from the weekend just gone. Big thanks to Kevin Benson for tuning in and listening as always when he is available to do so. Let's bring you the results from the Championship again in case you missed them during our half-time coverage. Derby County 1, Bristol City 1, started the week off on Friday evening. Charlton 0, Leicester City 1, Hull City 0, Blackburn Rovers 3, Swansea City 1, Watford 1, Birmingham City 1, Oxford United 0, Coventry City 7, QPR 1 is a result there. To the second part of the Championship, it was Norwich City 1, Middlesbrough 2, Preston North End 1, Ipswich Town 0, Sheffield United 0, Millwall 1, Southampton 1, Stoke City 2, West Bromwich Albion 1, Portsmouth 1, Wrexham 2, Sheffield Wednesday 2. So the blue and white half of Sheffield in a positive result this weekend in the Championship. League One, Luton Town 0, Cardiff City 1, Rotherham United 2, Wigan Athletic 2. I was at the Steel New York Stadium watching that game, Rotherham United against Wigan Athletic on Saturday afternoon. AFC Wimbledon 2, Barnsley 0, Bolton 1, Lincoln City 1, Huddersfield Town 1, Stevenage 0. First defeat of the season for Stevenage after unbeaten 4-game run under Alex Revell this at the start of the 25-26 season. Mansfield Town 4, Leyton Orient 1, also in League One this weekend. Northampton Town 2, Exeter City 0, Peterborough United 1, Bradford City 1, Plymouth Argyle 1, Blackpool 0, Port Vale 0, Doncaster Rovers 1, Stockport County 2, Burton Albion 1, Wycombe Wanderers 2, Reading 2 is the result there as well. Into EFL League 2 now for you. Notts County 1, Milton Keynes Dons 2, Paul Warren having a tremendous start as MK Dons manager. Walsall 1, Salford 0, Accrington Stanley 1, Grimsby Town 1, Bristol Rovers 1, Cambridge 0, Cheltenham Town 0, Barnet 1, Colchester 0, Barrow 2 in there as well. Crawley Town 0, Tranmere Rovers 2, Fleetwood Town 1, Oldham Athletic 1, Gillingham 1, Crewe Alexandra 0, Harrogate Town 1, Chesterfield 2, Notts County 2, Bromley 2, and Swindon Town 2, Shrewsbury Town 1 is the results there from in the EFL this weekend. We'll bring you the Premier League results just before we finish our coverage this evening in the next 15 minutes time. So we've got 15 minutes left, just around about 10 minutes to have a quick chat with your match commentator Paul James this afternoon. And Paul, fantastic game of football this afternoon. Fulham on that second half showing deserved of a point this afternoon, and Manchester United got the opening goal in the game, went down as an own goal from Rodrigo Muniz. I've seen online on X that some Fulham fans are not happy with the goal which was given for Manchester United due to saying it was a push by Yoro in the back of Calvin Bassey. We've seen some games this season where if you push in somebody in the back inside the penalty area and he goes into collect goals being disallowed, that one was allowed to stand, and there was two arms in the back to push him out of the way to make sure he got a clean head on there from Lenny Yoro. Are you surprised that was not disallowed, Paul?
No. We've seen it time after time. The physicality in the penalty area, to the point where you can sort of shoulder barge people, if you will, or use your shoulder, or use your strength. You can do. What you can't do is grab a hold of somebody and body slam them to the ground. So a lot of that is very much subjective. I would argue and say that yes, it might have been disallowed on another day. It might have been, but I honestly didn't think it was anything worse than what we've seen before in that situation. I think they're clutching at straws a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. Some people may say, like I said, well, some people would say yes, some people would say no. Looking at the looking at the Fulham goal now, it was a fantastic, well-worked ball in, and Smith Rowe, no one picked him up at the back post, and it was just a simple header to edit some of the back post and just make sure he went over the line by following in as well. Emil Smith Rowe, he can pop up at any point like that and just punish teams, and that's what Fulham did in the second half. Punish Man United for not taking earlier chances in the game where Cunha in the post, shots went wide as well. Fulham punished Man United for not taking the earlier chances to wrap up the game today.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. They've had a penalty. Cunha could have had a hat-trick in the first half. I think a draw is the right result because it really was a tale of two halves. In my opinion, Manchester United were better in the first half, and in my opinion, Fulham were better in the second half. I felt it would have been harsh on either team if one beat the other.
Yes, and looking at this poll after the weekend, and after week number 2 of the season for both of these sides, Fulham now with 2 draws, 2 points on the table. Manchester United getting their first point of the season. Which manager do you think would be the happier of the two sides after that game today, based on their team's performance overall throughout the 90 minutes today?
Well, I would think that Marco Silva would be the most happiest with the result. I mean, I know it's not a win, and he probably wanted to get his team off the ground. I mean, Brighton is never an easy place to go to for any team. And then they have a home game against a much improved Manchester United. So I think Marco Silva will be quite happy with that result.
Yes, looking at Manchester United then, Paul, plenty of chances this week, plenty of chances against Arsenal last week, but out of those 2 games where another week they could have had 6 points from 6 Manchester United, they're coming out of this with just 1 point from 6. Ruben Amorim must be tearing his hair out thinking, what do we need to do to turn these results into victories after 2 good performances? I know it was a full game and a half full game last week and a half today. We might be wondering what he needs to do to turn these performances into wins.
Well, Benjamin Sesko was invisible when he came on today. He's obviously not been able to fit in with the side just yet or get the connection right with the players around him just yet. I actually think he needs to start again. Play a full 90 minutes so that he can get used to the movement of the players around him. Yes, I know that's what training is for, but training and in a real match environment are very much different things. So I personally think that needs to happen. I think they've had the chances. They had the chances against Arsenal, and they didn't take them. So I think they've got to start taking the chances that are being presented to them.
Yes, and if you look at Fulham today, plenty of chances in the second half. Could have won it. We both offered different opinions in terms of player of the match. Both Iwobi played well, Bassey played well. The reason why I went for Iwobi, Paul, and this is just my opinion. I know you have your reasons for giving it to Bassey, and you explained that during commentary, but for me, going forward for Fulham down that left-hand side in the first half, linked to well with Ryan Sessegnon, second half linked to well with Robinson, and he was one of the threats going forward for Fulham and making things happen. And where they got the ball and played it to the other side to get the opening goal to help Fulham get back into the game and make it back a 1 apiece, and his ball out wide to the far side for the ball to come back to this near side as we watched it this afternoon. It was a wonderful bit of play from Iwobi, and he just looked the more dangerous outlet going forward for Fulham, in my opinion, this afternoon, and that's why he got given mine. Was you impressed as well, like I've just mentioned there, with Iwobi's attack and threat going forward for Fulham today?
Yeah, he was very dangerous down the left-hand side, especially in the second half. He was in my mind as a potential man of the match option, but I just preferred to go with Calvin Bassey because I think his defending had stopped Manchester United in a number of scenarios. He shut down Brian Mbeumo, which is something Arsenal's defence couldn't do last week. I mean, Brian Mbeumo got zero change out of Calvin Bassey this afternoon.
Yeah, so when you look at the Manchester United side, we obviously look at Mbeumo. He looked great going forward. Cunha, you mentioned, could have had an hat-trick in the first half. Mount played well today also for Manchester United. Were there any standouts, or you were thinking from a Man United perspective, where you could have given man of the match to there? Any of the names I've just mentioned, Paul?
Cunha was in my mind. Also, Bruno Fernandes was playing well in midfield. Ball distributions was good. Apart from that, I suppose also Patrick Dorgu was a bit of a threat down the left-hand side as well. So I had a few players in mind, but I just felt Calvin Bassey. I mean, I'm a fan of defensive football, so when I see a defender defend like that in such a masterful way, I have to take my hat off to that.
Yes, absolutely, Paul, absolutely. And obviously, you work on Football Live, who are sponsoring our Player of the Match this season here on the Commentary Hub. You've seen the opening 2 games for Burnley. You saw them for the show. You saw them against Tottenham last week. You saw them against Sunderland yesterday. We're coming up against Manchester United next week. After having seen Burnley in the last 2 games, having seen Man United in the games as well, apart from when you've seen Man United and what you've seen today from Manchester United and what you saw last week against Arsenal as well, and you've seen both Burnley games. I'd see that game going next weekend for Burnley and for Manchester United. Who do you think will come out on top in that game there?
I've got to think it's going to be Manchester United, but Burnley's defensive performance yesterday was so good. The plan worked perfectly for Scott Parker. They defended very, very well. They shut down Sunderland in the second half, and they started to create chances by catching them on the break. Jadon Anthony was fantastic. He was my player of the match. Jadon Anthony's first touch. I know when you said that he joined Burnley, that Burnley would regret it, but I mean, he's been a fantastic player, both in the Championship and so far in the Premier League. He's going to be a good player this season for Burnley, and they look good. They really did look good. But they're going into a game against a team full of talent at Manchester United. You know, Benjamin Sesko, Patrick Dorgu, Brian Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha. Like I said to you yesterday when we were talking on WhatsApp, Russ, for the promoted teams, anything that you get off the likes of Manchester United is bonus. Really, the real bread and butter matches are against the teams in the bottom half of the table, which I know Manchester United are there right now, but that won't be the case for very long.
Yes, absolutely, Paul, absolutely. And looking at and with Burnley getting a win against Sunderland, the team was going to be in and around them, you would have to say, this season. Those kind of results against those sort of teams, say your Evertons, your West Hams, those kind of teams, Wolves, Bournemouth potentially, Brentford, those kind of teams is where you're expecting the likes of Burnley, Sunderland, Leeds to pick up points against those teams who's going to be in and around you. And if you get anything from the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United, maybe your likes of Fulham, who's a good mid-table side, and Newcastle's up there, Villa as well, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, those kind of teams is a bonus. And say if promoted sides take points, if any of those is a bonus, but it's like a mini 8 and 9 league from the bottom for the promoted teams, those 89 teams who are in and around the bottom 4, 5, 6 kind of league positions. If you get anything from there, that's where you need to pick up your most points to have a chance of staying in this division as well. And you'd have to say, wouldn't it, Paul?
Yeah, I think the reality of it is that you're going to have that type of situation. But you know what I have been impressed with is all 3 promoted teams in the performances that they've done so far. Leeds yesterday, they looked okay going forward, but defensively they were shocking. But again, you're playing Arsenal. It's not an easy game. You're playing a buoyant Arsenal, who were already on a high before the game even began yesterday with the signing of Eberechi Eze. So it was always going to be a difficult game for Leeds. But with teams like West Ham really struggling, this could be the year. This could be the year that we actually finally see a Championship team stay up.
Or maybe even two, Paul, still, because I know Brentford got a win yesterday against Aston Villa, who had an off day yesterday. Aston Villa, you'd have to say, based off what they've done so far. 2 off days, 2 off games so far for Aston Villa. You'd expect Villa to bounce back, but Brentford, I know the poor last week against Forest improved this week a little bit, but we could say that's down to Villa being poor yesterday. But under Keith Andrews, and you mentioned West Ham there under Potter, maybe 2 of the promoted sides. I'm not saying much to Paul, because we'll have to wait to see over the course of the season. But 2 promoted sides we could see 2 promoted sides step up in 2 teams, say like a West Ham, a Brentford, maybe a Wolves, because Wolves have been poor thus far this season, could end up going down this season. 2 of the promoted sides staying up. You never know, Paul.
Well, that's it. I was just going to mention Wolves as well, because they've not had a great start to the season, have they?
No, one of our friends we know, Kieran Riley, member of the Commenttary Hub as well, hopefully we'll hear him on air soon. He won't be happy with the start that Wolves have made this season. We're going to finish our chat off there, Paul. Willing to work with you once again, my friend. Really good commentary this afternoon from Paul. Before we do break up, we're just going to read and bring the full-time scores from the Premier League just to recap the show today. Media Radio Jingles and Gaming says, good afternoon, Russ and Paul. Great commentary, guys, and great game. Listening to your thoughts. And both sides have played well in this game. I'm sure Fulham will be pleased with the result. But of course, both teams would have wanted the win here. Yes, you would have to agree there. Media Radio Jingles and Gaming, good to have you with us as always, my friend. Let's take a look now at the Premier League results from this weekend thus far. Starting off on Friday evening, West Ham United 1, Chelsea 5, Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Bournemouth 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Brentford 1, Aston Villa 0, Burnley 2, Sunderland 0, Arsenal 5, Leeds United 0, Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Everton 2, Brighton 0, Fulham 1, Manchester United 1, and Newcastle United versus Liverpool is a Monday evening kickoff at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Unfortunately, we're unable to bring you that game tomorrow evening, but we will be back with you with some action, hopefully, on TCW2 JB Sports in the midweek. We'll bring you some Carabao Cup action, so make sure you tune in for that one there. Right then, that's all we've got time for this afternoon on this game, where we've seen Fulham and Manchester United share the spoils at Craven Cottage. Mooney's own goal on 58 minutes cancelled out by Emil Smith-Rowe. Fulham 2 points from 2 games. Man United got off the mark in the Premier League this season with a point after losing last week to Arsenal. Myself, Russ, Paul, and the rest of the team here at the Commentary Hub. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and have a good week, right, guys? See you soon.